Usually we give you some headlines right now, but we're very excited instead to go to Frisco. And who do we have on the other end but Jacob Rodriguez? And that is an all Big 12 first-teamer last year. Now the Defensive Player of the Year for the preseason poll coming into the year. Jacob, thanks for joining us. Appreciate your time. And I'll just start you out with this question. Obviously, you had a big decision from last year and then coming back to this year. What all went into that process, and what went into you coming back for another season?
Yeah, a lot of it just came back with McGuire and who he is and how he's handled my family and what he's done for me. And I kind of really just trusted him because I decided to come back before I knew who the new defensive coordinator was going to be in Shield Wood. And he had a home run with that hire, and I'm really excited to be back. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys for having me on again. So I love this. Love being on with you guys.
Hey, describe Shield Wood. Describe your relationship with him.
Man, he is a super consistent guy. Got piercing eyes. He's a killer. I love that out of my defensive coordinator. He's somebody who you love to play for, and he knows how to scratch that itch where you need to he needs to push you harder, or he can love you up, or whatever he needs to do to be a better coach. He's always finding ways to do that. He extremely consistent guy who just loves to push us and loves to make us be as good as we can be.
You look around the defense that you're on from last year to this year, and obviously a lot of new faces and a lot of big-time talented players that have joined the roster. For you as a guy who is a leader on that defense, how do you try to get the chemistry to work with all of these new pieces?
It's hard. You got guys coming in for less than 3 months ago, but all you can do is just love on them. Just show them how much you care about them and realize that they're going to be in this for the long haul. And so all those new guys like David Bailey and Lee Hunter and Romello Height and the rest of them, Skylar Gill Howard, all these guys who are amazing players in their own right. I don't really see too much of Bryce Pollock because he's out there working with the corners. But all these guys who are around us are amazing football players, and better than that, they're amazing people who each have their own personality and great flair. And so I just love to get to know them and just try to onboard them as soon as we can. And they bought into everything that we're doing, and I think we're poised for a really good defensive season.
What does it say about the fact that, I'm going to ask you about the linebacker room and your guys, Ben Roberts, John Curry, others, but your position group was the one that wasn't touched with all the portal activity. Mm-hmm. Talk about, tell me about your guys.
I think we have, as inside backers, has the deepest room on the team. I think that every single one of us can plug and play. I think that they are in their own right leaders and commanders of the team. I know Bryce has the brand number 3, and then he has the C on his jersey. And I myself, I'm in there, and then Ben Roberts and John Curry are right there as well. And they're great guys who come in and work hard every single day. And then Wesley Smith and Gage Elder, Trent Lowe. These guys, Chris Lemons, Justin Horn, every single one of us can plug and play. And we're a great group of guys. It's a room that really didn't need to be touched, and a room that really doesn't need to be motivated because we're very self-motivated. And so the only thing that we needed was that DC to come in, and Shield Wood has really just excelled our group even farther than what it could be. And we're so thankful for him and everything that it is. But our room is very close-knit, and we all lean on each other day in and day out.
So you individually, you're obviously a well-established player by now. If people didn't know, they know now, right? What are you personally still trying to work towards and improve upon?
Yeah, there's so many things that you can get better at within the game. And so I would consider myself pretty young to play the position, not playing it for very long. And so still just technique-wise, there's different things that that you don't even think about, hand placement, foot placement, kind of ways to work off in and around blocks and that type of stuff that you can just become a better football player. And I think that's just the most fun part about it is it's the hardest team game in the world. You have guys who are doing completely different things, but they all work together in the perfect way. And so if your technique is off, or if your leverage is wrong, you're in a bad spot and you put the whole team at risk. And so just trying to find ways to be better in the in and out of the game, I think, has been my biggest worry this offseason. But like I said, dude, I have great guys in that room. Especially, it's fun, the more you can teach, the better you know something. And so we have a young guy, Brock Galwas, in the room, and it's great getting to teach him and be around him. But just trying to find the best things that I can do, just the little things of the game that you don't even think about, when you're playing the position.
I want to ask you about the star position, the idea of how much different, if at all, it'll be from last year to this year. And then within that question, or I guess is part B to that question, is Mike Dingle. I mean, he feels like one of the biggest wild cards to us out here. Looking in on the team, we know about the athlete and the toughness and the speed and all that stuff, but what's that star position going to be like this year?
Yeah, so that star position is really just our nickel. We just base him. We just call him a star. But A.J. McCarty and Michael Dingle, and then those are the two right now who are, fighting back and forth, and they're working their tails off this offseason to make sure they play it the best, because it is such a hybrid position of being in the box and then out on the perimeter covering guys. And so it's just a great way for them to get in space, because they're so athletic that they can come down and fit in the box, but then they can go and cover, a slot receiver and do it with ease. And so those two are working really hard. I know Ollie and those other guys, they're working really hard for that position. But it's fun because it is a hybrid position, and so we have those athletic, smart guys that can, make it fit.
There's no shying away from the expectations that others and you guys have for the team yourself. How do you embrace that as a player?
Yeah, we just don't see it as like pressure or anything. We see it more as like, a privilege and the opportunity to go and win games. And the biggest thing is we always talk about just going 1-0, and the brand is the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. If we can just go 1-0 every single rep. So, if we can go 1-0 in this rep and then the next and then the next, and that adds on to the day, and then it stacks on to the week and then the month and to game 1, game 2, it can just roll, and we have this momentum of all these wins that just add up and just give you so much confidence. So we're not really too worried about the end goal, which is, the Big 12 championship is in the forefront of our mind, but you got to take care of what's right in front of you to be able to take care of what's down the road.
So as a multi-talented guy, played a little offense at the college level, clearly excelled defensively. Do you ever step over in the quarterback room and try to help them out, give them any pointers, anything like that?
I think Barron's got it covered pretty good. Him and Will and Mitch, those guys are slinging the ball around the yard pretty good. I've definitely joked with Left Witch a little bit about, coming in and running the ball a little bit. I got some tape to back it up, but I don't know. I think he'll let the guys who do it for a living stick to it, and so I think they're doing a good job. And yeah, I love to see them do what they're doing.
Jacob, thanks again for joining us, and hey man, good luck this season.
I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to be on with you guys.
That was Jacob Rodriguez live from Frisco at Big 12 Media Days. Certainly appreciate his time and enjoyed his thoughts. He's just, Gus, of all the guys that are primed for a massive season, he's right there towards the top of the list, right?